Good evening, I'm Julie Marie Innes, and welcome to another edition of Community Champions. Tonight, CKCO pays tribute to one of its former employees, the late Betty Thompson. As a popular television host, she worked tirelessly for many local causes, and her impact on the community can still be felt today.
50 Community Champions, brought to you by Hefner Lexus Toyota.
Yes, it's time for romper room school, and I want you to do what I do. Will you do what I do to fly like an airplane?
Her energy and enthusiasm was infectious. No wonder youngsters across Canada look to Romper Room's Miss Betty for a friendly smile and a few real-life bloopers.
Well, I remember one very friendly donkey who became very nervous when it was his turn to be on Romper Room, and all of a sudden I was left with the mop to do the cleanup.
While devoted CKCO viewers may remember Betty Thompson for her magic mirror, she was also involved in several successful CKCO shows as a talented broadcaster and popular TV personality.
She loved this place, CKCO-TV and radio. She just, this was her life, really. But she had an enthusiasm for everything.
Enthusiasm for people and for projects, whether it was the Kitchener-Waterloo Zonta Club, Big Sisters, or Oktoberfest, she was a creative powerhouse.
Like a lot of her friends, it was an immediate understanding that this woman was totally motivated by goodness, by love of people, by love of community, and her interest was in betterment of everything with great joy. And she kind of picked us all up in her whirlwind. You know, we just scudded along behind her trying to keep up, because she'd say, you know what you could do? And then you never thought of some of the things she thought of.
Noted for being a dynamic fundraiser, she helped the Big Sisters with many projects, including a youth center which to this day provides a safe haven for troubled youth. As a member of Zonta, the annual Betty Thompson Golf Classic has raised over $2 million for breast cancer research. Through encouraging and mentoring other women, she took a leadership role in the Oktoberfest Women's Committee and also hosted several events.
If I ever felt like a mother, I feel like it tonight. Not only because I have 3 grown children and I want to be a good example to them, but because I feel sort of like a mother all these 12 years to 50 women of the Oktoberfest Women's Committee.
Her 3 daughters say their mom was happiest when she was in front of the camera, but community work was also her lifeblood.
I think my mother was motivated by her love of people. And she understood from a very young age that you receive what you give. And for that reason, she would describe herself as the most gifted person, the person who'd received the greatest gifts.
And she was the recipient of countless tributes, from Citizen of the Year to Rotary's Paul Harris Fellow. But in 1990, Betty Thompson was diagnosed with breast cancer and lost her battle with the disease in 1994. Fortunately, television has allowed her memory to live on and always rekindles some magical moments.
Now, Betty, who do you see? Well, I see Ken and Dawn and Ann and Gladys and Neva and Stanley and Judy and Patty and, did I miss a daughter, Susan?
For CKCO-TV, I'm Julie Marie Innes. I'll be back next week with another Community Champion.